What if I told you that the greatest footballer of all time was never supposed to make it, that his body tried to stop him, that doctors said he would never grow tall enough to play, that his family couldn't afford to save his career, and yet today the world calls him a legend? This is the untold struggle of Lionel Messi, the boy who defeated not only defenders, but his own body and destiny. Chapter 1. Humble Beginnings in Rosario, Argentina. Lionel Andres Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, a modest city in Argentina. His father, Jorge, worked at a steel factory, while his mother, Celia, cleaned houses to help support the family. They were not poor, but certainly not wealthy. Life was simple, but financially tight. From a very early age, Lionel showed an incredible connection with the ball. By the time he was 4 years old, people were already talking about his natural talent. He joined his first youth team, Grandally, coached by his father, and very soon after that, he started playing for Newell's Old Boys, one of Rosario's biggest clubs. Locals began calling his team the Machine of '87, named after Messi's birth year, because they dominated their local leagues with Messi leading the attack. Even as a small child, his dribbling was extraordinary. He would glide past defenders twice his size with ease, using a natural balance that looked almost unreal. But while his football abilities were magical, his body was not following the same path. Chapter 2. The Diagnosis. A Body That Refused to Grow. At age 10, Lionel was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency, GHD. This rare condition meant that his body could not produce enough growth hormone to develop normally. Without treatment, Lionel would stop growing and likely never reach the physical size required to play professional football. The treatment existed, daily hormone injections, but it was incredibly expensive. At the time, it cost around $1,000 per month. For the Messi family, this was an impossible sum. Newell's Old Boys helped as much as they could, but they couldn't cover the full costs. Local sponsors tried to assist, but soon even they couldn't afford to continue paying for Lionel's treatment. In the meantime, Lionel continued to train and play, injecting himself every night with growth hormones, a process that lasted for years. But as the money ran out, so did the family's hope. Chapter 3. The Call from Barcelona. When Lionel was 13, everything changed. His family arranged a trial with FC Barcelona. One of the club's scouts, Carlos Rexach, watched Lionel for just a few minutes before realizing he was seeing something special. Rexach described Messi's dribbling as walking while the ball was glued to his foot. But even with his clear talent, there was hesitation. Barcelona was hesitant to take responsibility for a foreign boy with medical needs who would require not only football development but expensive medical treatment. Then came the moment of faith. At a casual lunch, Carlos Rexach signed an informal agreement with Messi's family, famously written on a paper napkin, promising that Barcelona would cover all medical costs and bring Lionel into their academy, La Masia. And so the Messis left Argentina and moved to Spain, chasing a dream that was hanging by a thread. Chapter 4. The Struggles in La Masia. Moving to Spain was not easy for Lionel. He barely spoke Spanish when he arrived, was extremely shy, and missed his family and friends back in Argentina. His teammates described him as quiet and isolated. Moreover, some people inside the club doubted whether Messi's small frame would ever allow him to compete at the professional level. He was still one of the smallest boys in the academy, standing below 1.40 meters at age 13. But Lionel found comfort in what he loved most, the ball. Whenever he was on the pitch, the world disappeared. He would cut through defenders, use his low center of gravity to maneuver around challenges, and finish with deadly accuracy. While others talked, he let his game speak. Chapter 5. His Breakthrough at Barcelona. In 2003, at the age of 16, Messi made his unofficial debut for Barcelona's first team during a friendly against Porto. The coaching staff immediately saw his potential, and soon he started training regularly with the senior squad. By 2004, at just 17 years old, he made his official debut for Barcelona in La Liga. The following year, he scored his first official goal, a beautiful lob over the goalkeeper assisted by Ronaldinho. That moment symbolized the passing of the torch, the master welcoming the student. But injuries continued to haunt him early in his career. Hamstring issues, muscle problems, a consequence of his rapid growth and physically demanding play style. Despite the setbacks, Messi kept pushing. Chapter 6. Becoming the Greatest. Over the years, Lionel Messi transformed into not just Barcelona's best player, but arguably the greatest footballer of all time. His balance, vision, passing, and finishing reached levels never seen before. Season after season, he shattered records. Most goals in a calendar year, 91 goals in 2012, multiple Ballon d'Or wins, countless La Liga titles, Champions League trophies, Copa del Rey victories, and Club World Cups. His duels with Cristiano Ronaldo became legendary, two athletes pushing each other to higher levels year after year. Fans were split between Messi and Ronaldo, but everyone agreed we were witnessing history. Chapter 7. International Heartbreak. But while his club career was extraordinary, Messi struggled on the international stage. He lost 3 major finals with Argentina: 2014 FIFA World Cup final against Germany, 2015 Copa America final against Chile, 2016 Copa America final, once again against Chile, where he missed a crucial penalty. After the 2016 final emotionally broken, Messi shocked the world by announcing his retirement from international football. The weight of carrying an entire nation seemed too heavy, even for him. Chapter 8. Redemption. But just like every great champion, Messi rose again. Within months, after receiving massive public support and encouragement from fans and teammates, Messi returned to the Argentina national team. In 2021, after years of heartbreak, Messi finally won his first major trophy with Argentina, the Copa America, defeating Brazil in the final at Maracana Stadium. It was an emotional and cathartic moment for him, his teammates, and an entire nation that had waited for this for decades. But the greatest moment of all was yet to come. Chapter 9. The World Cup Victory. In 2022, at the FIFA World Cup in Qatar, Lionel Messi delivered the crowning achievement of his career. He led Argentina to World Cup glory, winning the tournament after a thrilling final against France, where Messi scored twice, and the match was decided in a dramatic penalty shootout. For many, this victory ended the debate forever. Lionel Messi had completed football. He had conquered every possible mountain. The boy who was told he might never grow tall enough to play had lifted the biggest prize in the game. Chapter 10. The Legacy of Lionel Messi. Today, Messi is a global icon. He's admired not only for his footballing ability, but for his humility, loyalty, and dedication. He never sought attention, rarely made headlines for controversy, and always let his football do the talking. While his rival Cristiano Ronaldo represents raw power, discipline, and hunger, Messi represents pure talent, joy, and artistry. Together, they defined an entire era of football. But when you strip away all the goals, trophies, and records, Lionel Messi's story is ultimately about overcoming the impossible, about beating not only defenders but his own physical limitations and the cruel twist of fate that almost denied him his dream. You have to fight to reach your dream. You have to sacrifice and work hard for it. Lionel Messi.